Welcome back to the Dominant DNA Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. We got special guests in the building tonight, you know what I mean? As always, man, it's always love. The Ravens won today. That's what's up, you know what I mean? We got the super producer E-Man on the boards, making this shit look real crispy for y'all. And we got special guests, you know what I mean? Be More music legend, production, rapping, albums that got banned in the USA, like on some real shit, you know what I mean? Been in movies and shit, you know what I mean? Be More legend, man. Mike Wrecka.
What it is, peoples.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to be around fam, you know? You already know what it is. What's up, E-Man?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How's everything going?
All right. Everything's good, man.
Yeah, man. And we got our other special guest today, my man Tay. You know what I mean? And we gonna talk about some real things. I definitely want to get into. I'm E-Man, since you thought of this topic, you know what I mean, and I think it's a great topic. But you know, Tay and Record was saying some real shit that I want to get into about that topic. So go ahead. What shit we talking about today?
So today, our first topic is going to be something that's hit the hip hop world, and it's really hot right now. Your boy DJ Academic then started some shit about the pioneers of what we call hip hop today. And by we got the pioneers of Baltimore hip hop here, we want to talk about the state of what this man has said. One, referring to the industry of hip hop, and two, how is it affecting what he said about Baltimore itself in the hip hop community?
Oh, he said something about Baltimore?
No, he didn't
Okay.
say nothing. He said something about hip hop. Period.
Okay.
He didn't say nothing about Baltimore. He said something about hip hop. Period.
Okay.
We all know that we got pioneers in Baltimore just as well as everybody else that started in the late 70s, early 80s in hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you bring up that topic about hip hop pioneers, you got to talk about the Baltimore pioneers just as well as you talk about New York pioneers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the discussion we're going to have first and foremost.
Exactly. I feel you.
Appreciate the love, brother. You know what I mean? Appreciate the love.
So let's get to it.
Personally, I'm going to say that's just a trickle down of what the culture is about now at the present time. Like, the present culture is like people don't respect where they come from or like who paved the way before them. Like, a lot of the rappers is coming up. They don't got no respect for like some of the old people that set the etch in the stone, but basically for what they doing now and whatever. So they paid the way. They might not had to financially be where these new artists are at now, but they did all the hard work.
Indeed.
They made the way. They laid the foundation. And made it easier for everybody that's coming behind them. And a lot of these artists and people in general, they don't really show respect to the people that really did anything for the culture.
Yeah, this is the age of disrespect. It's pretty much and I'm not saying that everybody that's in the younger generation is like that, but it's like a common theme to where as though, if you a few years older than me, unless I seen you blow a nigga head off in the last 2 hours, fuck you. You know what I mean? That's like, and it's corny as fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know dude, you know what I mean? But I feel like it should be against the law, man. It's definitely against code to disrespect somebody who paved the fucking way for you to do what you doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just my 2 cents about it. Tay, this is your first time coming on the show. You know what you think?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I don't know the man personally, but when I look at it, to me, he's speaking out of part of his body and his mouth. Like, at the end of the day, the opportunities that he get now are created by all those individuals he's speaking down on. That's
Right.
the first part I got a problem with. And that's the type of person that you will help get up, and they ain't going to turn back to reach and help you up. They're going to lead you right where you at and keep it moving. It's the kind of mentality that young man sound like he got. Like, I don't know the man, like I said.
Yeah.
To me, it's just an idiot move, if you ask me. He's just trying to get some money. That's all. You got to call it what it is. He's trying to get views on his channel,
Yeah,
Click me.
make some money.
yeah.
Because he ain't that stupid.
That's a common thing, and I know I have heard his name in a lot of controversial,
A lot of
disagreeing with motherfuckers, type of shit. You know what you think, E?
Well, let's talk about some of the statements he made. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know, he made a statement of these guys, these pioneers are broke. All right. Which, you know, most of them probably are, some of them aren't. But you know what I'm saying? When you come to statements like that, you got to understand the facts behind it and the situations above it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you start, the beginning people are never going to be the ones that's going to make the most money off of anything that you start in any industry, anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always going to be the ones that comes after them that's going to innovate the situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you go look at somebody like, say, DJ Kool Herc or somebody like that, you know, we call him one of the pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
If that man is broke right now, it ain't because of what happened to hip hop. He hit hip hop when nobody believed in hip hop. He was doing hip hop when there was no money in hip hop.
Right, when it didn't even have a name at the time.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Curtis Blow, he was doing hip hop when, you know, when there was nobody supporting hip hop.
Right.
You know
Indeed.
what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So when you go to an element like that, you're doing it for the love at that point. You ain't doing it to get rich because there ain't no money to get rich off of.
Indeed.
Right.
So we didn't start getting richer than hip hop until 90s. Let's be real with it. That 80s music that we was making in hip hop, that was just the beginning.
Right.
Our hip hop artists really didn't start doing money making
To
type
the
moves.
mid '90s. Yeah.
Right, into the mid 90s. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
late 90s, early 2000s.
Exactly. So,
Niggas had to
They
learn the
really think
business.
about
Right,
it.
exactly.
As far as
You know?
seeing money, like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
niggas had to learn the business.
Right.
Niggas had to learn the business. It's other factors in it. Like, just look at athletes. You see what I'm saying? A lot of older athletes envy the younger motherfuckers because they getting more money. And it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Them niggas actually went to college and read books. You can't get mad at them.
Right.
And you got inflation. You can't expect a nigga's salary to be the same 20 years later as far as what you was making.
Right.
Where's your hustle at? What the fuck is you doing with your money?
Exactly. But you also gotta look at it. Like, at the time, the industry was still not giving respect to hip hop
Right.
because it was new. So that everybody's still looking at it as it was a fad, and just something fashionable. It was a trend. It was going to die off sooner or later. So it wasn't no respect involved in it.
And then,
So until the like you said, the late '90s, early 2000s, that's when the big corporations started to get involved. They was like, wait a minute, hold up, like.
yeah,
They
it's
see
real
the
money.
cultures, or my kids starting up, be involved in all this stuff, so let me pay attention to this. Let me see what's going on.
I think
Right.
there's a huge gap in information because what you get is a lot of artists was yelling and screaming about their money, but they wasn't getting it. And then at some point, somebody said, "Hey, this is where they cheating y'all at. This is what you need to look for in the music." And like even when they tell people to audit their record company, so they just found out to do things like that. They didn't have the information back then. Like a lot of it was based on ignorance.
Yeah.
Indeed.
They didn't have
Indeed.
it, so nobody was in their corner telling them, "Hey, this attorney, you should get that person right there not looking out for your best interest. Why don't you move this way?" And you always think of somebody trying to be in your pocket
Right.
instead of somebody trying to help you.
Yeah.
But that's just a nigga mentality too, because
Yeah.
of course they run to a white guy. Unfortunately, they tell them everything in the world going to be great for them, and they and they get fucked over there too. So
Oh yeah. He telling you the information so you could trust him and so he could steal from you too.
Oh, yeah,
Because you
of
know,
course.
hey, look, remember when they used to tell them, like, hey, you ain't gonna make no money off the records, but you gonna tour.
Tour, you get all
you
your
know
money
what I'm
on the
saying?
back end,
Yeah,
right,
you get
yeah.
your money on the back
Yeah.
end. And then you got them pioneers like Queen Latifah, LL, and all that. They're waiting to acting to supplement what they wasn't getting in rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Just think about what happened to Ice Cube
Yeah.
in the beginning with
Exactly.
NWA. He was the smart one that was like, hold up,
Yep.
why we got to sign this and this is all we gonna get, this 35,000 or 75,000, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
What about the royalties? What about these shows and all that? No, I should be getting more. I'm
Right.
writing all this music, and you tell me that's all I'm getting. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Niggas eating fat burger.
Hey, what do you say in the movie? Is Jerry Helen eating steaks?
Yeah. Niggas eating fat burger. So you know what I mean? You gotta fucking read, man. I think a lot of that shit also gotta do with, and this is also ignorance, because if you come from, poverty and not having much or not having shit for real, and then you get some real
All of a sudden
money.
get something,
You know,
that's why that financial literacy coming
Yeah,
into play.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and a lot of us don't have that. So, I mean, of course, once you, like you say, you come from nothing and then you get something. Of course, you're gonna fuck up a lot of money
Right.
because you never had it. So you want to enjoy that because I mean, you're just getting your hands on something. But if you, a lot of the artists that's still around that's was blessed to have longevity in the game, you know, they fucked up a lot of money early.
Right.
So now that on the back end, while they older now, they starting to, you know, what I mean,
Understand.
get up. Yeah, they stacking up now because they understand what they fucked up when they was younger. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's totally different. So a lot of artists didn't get that chance, that opportunity to have that longevity. You know what I mean? They might have been around 4 or 5 years, maybe 2 years, and they might have got a good grip at one point, but they blew it all.
Exactly, because for like you said, for every one of Jay-Z, there's probably 50 of motherfuckers that just didn't make it.
Yeah.
I got songs out there, but not just making that type of money that maybe Jay-Z's having. Jay-Z is like that anomaly, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Puffy's that anomaly, you know, they understood what to do with the business and they made it work to their advantage. But unlike Puffy, you know, most people don't have that ability to go from the bottom to the top.
I said,
Remember?
Puffy worked the whole business.
Yeah. Puffy
Yeah.
been Puffy was in the whole business.
Yeah,
Puffy
he
been a
worked the whole
roll
business.
dog and
Dancer, all
Yeah.
types of shit.
He did the whole business.
He
Yeah.
did the whole business.
switched hustles,
A&R,
Right.
you know,
switched
Yeah.
hustles.
party promoter.
Yep.
All the
He did
parties.
everything. So
And took that shit from hip hop, the liquor. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of dudes that got that big bread, they got multiple hustles.
oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got to.
Got
And
to.
that's the hip hop game, yo. The hip hop game has always been multiple things going on, from fashion to dancing to graffiti to music.
Acting.
That's all been hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip hop is just not music. What they tried to make it out to be back in the early pioneer days.
But when it started, it wasn't even about cars.
Yeah.
Nobody was rushing to go. It was about partying, man.
Yeah, that's
Right.
all it was about. They
Party.
called we going to the jam. That
The
was
park jam.
that was hip hop.
Nobody rapping
They
about
didn't
big
have no
cars
name.
and
It was about
jets and
partying and
million
Right.
enjoying
dollars, you know?
themselves.
Right.
Going
That
to the
wasn't
house
even in the
party.
eyes.
And another thing, a lot of these,
True
well,
that.
definitely the new generation don't understand that it wasn't even about the MC in the beginning. It was all about the DJ. And it was all
Yeah.
about bigging up the DJ. You know, having an MC or somebody just hyping up the party and
For the
you know to
DJ.
celebrate the DJ.
Yes.
I still think it is, but it's just more behind the scenes, cause it's for a couple reasons. Number one, anybody that do their homework and study music, right? Art the Giddy. It's not called a DJ now, it's the producer, right? The nigga that's making the beat.
Right. He's a producer now.
Right.
Off the Giddy, that nigga's getting half of the publishing for making the beat, flat out. And not only that, you could be the best rapper in the world, but if you got some whack ass beats, it's gonna take away from the quality of your music and how much other people like it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
no
could
doubt.
say some complete trash and bullshit, but if you got a hard ass beat, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, a nigga will listen to the
That is-
beat.
That's
Yeah,
the
they gonna
industry
listen
of
to the
hip hop now, yo. That's the way hip hop is. You know your boy Swiss Beats can make one beat and charge $1 million for it, yo. And they pay it.
But he
That's
also
wild.
went to Harvard and got his, you know what I mean, and got
Yeah.
that real white boy, you see what I'm saying, like scholastic. I ain't calling him a nerd, but when you think about Harvard, you would think, you know, of what we consider nerds or geeks. And people don't understand that in the real world, they the shit.
I said,
Because they
that
get to
should
them
be embraced.
Run
bags.
the world.
That should be embraced.
Nerds
I
run the
promise.
world. But
They
The
get to them
world.
bags. If a nigga fighting a case, you don't want a nigga with dreadlocks down to his feet and a mouth full of golds going in front of the judge like, yes, Your Honor, this nigga didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to fuck the jail. You see what I'm saying? You want a nigga to speak like he got some fucking sense and intelligence. You know what I mean? Put inners on his words and all of that shit that, you know, unfortunately our people that's ignorant look down upon.
Right.
Like you said, yo, ignorance. That shit is just ignorance. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel like when you outgrow that shit, it's like when it come around you, that shit be real irritating. I don't know if you ever been somewhere and just really like a nigga start talking, it's like, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta leave.
right.
I gotta leave.
It definitely been
So-
around every
So
couple times.
So let me ask you this question then, and I know Baltimore is kind of particular about our hip hop though, but do you think now as the the older generation, the pioneers, did we have enough influence and guidance to make sure this new generation of hip hop is worthy enough to continue on? And I'm talking. Let's talk Baltimore because we know you guys are the pioneer.
Well,
Baltimore.
me coming from where I started and where it is now, I would say no, because basically we didn't really have the outlets that these kids are able to have right now. You understand what I'm saying? So we were doing the music in the beginning, and it had the beginning stages, but we really didn't have too many outlets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now the kids, they can make their music, they can make a song in that room. They can get a beat off of YouTube or wherever how they might get it, and they can record the shit on the iPhone or something, and hit click. And you know what I mean? They on that way. So we didn't really have that. We had to basically lay all the footwork. We had to do the shows. We had to try to, get signed, to a label, and all of that stuff. We had all of those pitfalls we had to go through.
And it was
Door to door.
yeah. And it wasn't. I feel like one of our biggest curses, yo, here is lack of unity.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and everybody not like that.
Are you talking Baltimore or hip hop?
No, Baltimore. I'm not really concerned. I'm not really concerned with anything outside of, you know what I mean? I love everybody, but you already know we talked about that in another episode. I got that be more biased for real.
So, as influencers of the new school or the new generation, I'm not even gonna call it new school, the new generation and everything. What do we need to do now to make sure that Baltimore hip hop can go into another millennium and be just as good as it is? Because there's a lot of, I'm gonna tell you now, I've been listening to the new hip hop, a lot of, let me just say, not trash, but a lot of, it could be better type music coming out there.
But that's the trend now.
Embrace
That's
that
the trend now.
process.
That's the trend now.
That's the best thing. Embrace that process. So they ain't gonna listen to you.
Yeah,
If we talking about Baltimore, the mentality is some of these younger men and younger individuals, some of these young ladies too, but
Yeah.
it's like you gotta
Unfortunately.
embrace it because their mind is like, I don't even know what they're angry about. But they're not trying to hit nothing that nobody old got to say.
not at
And
all.
remember, we was totally different. I know when I was coming up, we had all the respect in the world for the older dudes. You know what I mean? It was the shit. Just it was an honor just to be around them.
Learn, get
Right.
a jolt from them,
Cause they gave you your fucking swag. They gave you your swag. You see what I'm saying? I've heard, you know what I mean, if niggas was in the street, the old head nigga was giving you your, you know what I mean? Like you was getting your shit from yo. So it was absolutely and completely like utmost respect. And somewhere along the lines, you know what I mean, niggas lost that, and I feel like that really fucked us up. Real bad.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shit in Baltimore, it's hard for these young rappers to stay alive. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah, that's all dealing with that
Hell,
hate, right?
yeah.
I mean, so you gotta figure out what
Self-hate.
they're angry about. You
Yeah.
gotta figure out how to guide them away from the nonsense they in, and like hopefully influence, like, before you get to something super crazy, it's going to cost you the rest of your life.
Right.
This is what I try to tell them. Don't let 30 seconds cost you the rest of your life in a box.
Right.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna like it's not pleasant.
Right.
Like the toilet's like 3 steps away, brother.
Yeah.
And your roommate is 1 step away. Trust and believe me, you ain't gonna be comfortable with none of that situation.
Right.
You got a great point there because right now I think that this generation doesn't understand the consequences of their actions. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Not until it's too late.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's why
Oblivious.
it's so many of them niggas is
Oblivious.
ratting because they don't understand that everybody want to be a fucking internet celebrity. So niggas like, yo, I'ma blow this nigga head off on Instagram Live. And it ain't funny, but me and Faz had a conversation. Salute to the God.
What's up,
Yeah, I
Faz?
mean, salute to the God. We went out last night with the Queens. That shit was love. We had a ball. But he was like, yo, niggas gotta see. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we was coming up, the smart niggas was telling you, like, whatever the fuck you doing, like, don't nobody gotta know about that shit. The less niggas that know about that shit, the longer you could do it without getting caught, because a nigga gonna tell on you or a nigga gonna plot on you to either get you out of here or try to take
Give
what
us
you
the
got.
Yeah.
Right,
I
exactly.
remember my OG telling me specifically, do your dirt in silence.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Got you.
Realest
Do
thing,
your
a
dirt in silence.
big, like a brother of mine, the realest thing he ever told me, I did something stupid. said something stupid to a guy somewhere, and all of a sudden the police on the block, right? He said, "Why the police in front of your door?" I said, "Allegedly, I supposed to say something to somebody." He said, "Man, the gangster never tell them what they gonna do to him.
Yep. Yeah. That's it.
Why would you have to do that?"
Right.
From that point on, I knew to keep my mouth shut. But that's just when you get in that walk of life, understand that somebody should be telling you the truth through and through, or stay away from it. Nobody telling these kids, like, listen, you really can lose your life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you can't tell your way out of multiple murders.
Right.
But you can rap about it. It can all be fictional. Just make it sound real good, make the beat right. You be out of here.
Right.
You can take off, but you
Yes.
don't have to live the lifestyle.
Right.
But that's a double-edged sword, a sword or whatever, because some of these young kids, they are rapping what they trying to live,
Yeah.
and they going out doing some of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
They making music, and then they get on social media
And
to
telling
prove
themselves
what we doing.
Yeah.
that's
Kill a
what I'm
nigga on Instagram Live. You feel what I'm saying? And then turn around and tell on 40 niggas and everybody niggas that you don't even niggas that you don't even know. Just shit that you heard. You see what I'm saying? And that's a fucked up culture. That's a fucked up culture.
Yeah.
Niggas don't understand, like, yo, what Richard Pryor said it best, in my opinion, on Harlem Nights. Remember when they was sitting down and he was talking to Eddie Murphy, and he was like, you know, dying at 27, on your tombstone it reads, "I ain't no punk."
Right.
That's bullshit. That ain't what life is about.
Right.
Yeah.
You 87 years old, you about to die, you got your children and your grandchildren around. Like, that's what's up. You see what I'm saying? But and I hate to say it, but as black men, like, yo, we so, a nigga would rather just be a fucking tough guy than actually be a good person. And I'm not saying everybody is like this, because I've actually met some young dudes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They incredibly smart. You see what I'm saying? And one thing that I do respect about them, as far as, like, you know, all this, we could call it civil rights. You know what I mean? But a lot of them, as far as the movements that went on in the protests and burning shit down, like, they not gonna tolerate that bullshit. Like, if like, I was talking to my pops the other day. Definitely salute to my pops, right? He was saying the second civil war is coming. But through all of they, you know, fuck up or whatever, one thing about the younger generation is they don't deal with no bullshit.
But see,
So if it is a second civil war, don't nobody want smoke with them niggas.
yo, but see, let me tell you.
That is easy to take them out.
Yeah, but yo, let me tell you this one. To get back to what you just said, yo. This young generation is protesting, they moving, they marching on everything, any issue they got. But the one thing they lacking that the generation in the 50s and 60s fought for is the end result. You know what I'm saying? It's the end. What are you marching for? Like, you want to reform the police, but if something happens and goes down, you the first one to call the police. And if the police don't come, you the first one to sue the police because they didn't get there in time.
Well, I'm the wrong person to be asking about.
Well,
What, the police?
yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm talking in general.
if you want a real answer that's
talking
not
general.
on some let's all hold hands and be friends, because, and I'm not in the Nation of Islam, but one of the main reasons why I rock with the Nation of Islam is because they've been telling you for forever, longer than I've been alive, so it's forever to me. Yo, we need our own shit.
Self-preservation.
We need our own shit.
Hey,
We
I
need
definitely
to
agree with you.
separate. We need our own everything, because, you know, they talk about reparations, bada boom, bada bang, yada yada yada. They talk about, but even if most of us got a check, let's be for real, we would fuck it up. Most of us.
Because you're gonna give it back to them. You gotta
Exactly.
think, we are the consumers.
And they all they gonna do, like they always do, is make new laws to fuck you over. So, like the Nation of Islam been saying, we need our own everything. We need a separate nation for our people, in my humble opinion.
Matter of
We
fact, I
definitely
pick
need
it
our
on
own.
that because the only thing you
definitely need
can't
our
be
own.
in this country, the only thing that you can't be, the hardest thing it is to be in this country, in this world, and it's gonna hurt for me to tell y'all this, is a black man.
You right.
Of course.
For
That's
real.
a fact.
No
You
knock
right.
to what everybody choose their sexual preference. No knock to whatever you do or you from another country, an immigrant, but I promise you, the hardest thing to do in this country, United States, is to be a black man.
Oh yeah.
I can decide, and I promise you I never will. It's not my, I don't deal with none of that. But if I wanted to say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to be a woman, and I want to argue with somebody and fight for it, it's a hate crime if I get into a fight and somebody slap me. And I tell them I choose to identify myself as a woman. But somebody call me a nigga and knock my head off my shoulder and walk down the street.
Nobody's going to do nothing about it.
Even if you got $50 million, I'm sorry, because that shit going on in Hollywood. It's like you can't escape that label. You know what I mean?
Conversation in this country.
But you know why that is though, because
Fair.
Europeans fear what a black man can do.
Fair.
You know, it's fear. You know what I'm saying? And let's put it out there. It's fear.
Well, the smart was my
It's
bad.
fear.
I have really
It
close
is. It's
Caucasian
also.
friends that tell me straight up.
What
They
you say,
just
brother?
afraid. I have really close Caucasian friends that tell you to be straight up. Man.
Yeah, it's fair.
They just afraid of you.
Like sports, they
It's
scared of
afraid
us in
of
sports. So physically, you know, they scared of what we can accomplish. Mentally, then everybody like, oh well, you know, you got Einstein, you got all these Caucasian smart people, but yet none of these guys can explain what goes on with these pyramids that's been built thousands of years
They
ago.
never will.
Right.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody still explain that. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking knowledge and mathematics of a black culture thousands of years ago, while Caucasians were still living in caves.
the beginning of human life, we was around before that. Because according to the, I don't know if anybody ever studied the 120, you know, supreme mathematics, but you know, 2,200 miles in the desert, you know what I mean? Like we was walking them, you know what I mean? And all that, them in the caves is like this is our planet, you know what I mean? As far as the black man, the original man is the Asiatic black man.
Right. And if you look at history, the reason the Caucasians really took over Africa is because what they had was gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? Guns changed
Everything.
warfare.
Right. Exactly.
But Caucasians didn't even make gunpowder. That was made by the Japanese and the Chinese.
And let me guess,
The Asians.
I ain't trying to cut you. I'm sorry. And let me guess, they stole it, right?
Yeah,
They
of course.
they befriended because they take the show on all over the planet. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, I just want to be your friend. You know what I mean? Look at the dog. You can have the puppy. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you go to sleep, they gonna try to kill you.
Same way they did the Native Americans, Jim.
Yeah.
Look at the war right now going on between Russia.
Russia and Ukraine.
Ukraine. Yeah.
It's sad to see what's going on, but think about it. That man is fighting, and he started the war based on a 100-year pass of 100 years.
Because
We had that 100 years ago in his hours.
Right.
It's crazy.
Now I
Yeah.
don't want to let it go.
Yeah, I want that back. It's mine.
Yeah.
Y'all had that all around. I don't know what I agreed on. Whatever I agreed on, no, forget it. I take all that back.
Yeah. A lot of their fear also, and for the ones that actually read, I feel like their biggest fear is what's in the scripture. Because if you read the Bible, I haven't really gotten into the Quran like that, but from what I've heard, they both pretty much it's the end of the white rule. You see what I'm saying? It's you know, you had your fun and God is gonna come take it over, cause no kingdom lasts forever, and I feel like that's their biggest fear. You know what I'm saying?
And you might be right. That's why they built the wall for the people from South America.
And they fear them, but they don't fear them like they fear us.
Well, they fear them because of numbers. You
But
because of numbers, that they will change the point from where the white people were the minority to white people being. I mean, from the majority to white people being the minority.
But that's
Okay.
we could do that.
We could do
We
that.
could do that, but we love killing each other so much that our
Exactly.
numbers ain't growing like they should.
Our unification isn't as great as what people from South America and all that is.
Yeah.
They almost are like people from Asia when they come over here.
Yeah.
They work hard, they get everybody else to come over here, and then they work hard as well. Mexicans and South people from South America, they're the same thing, but they do it in droves. You know what I'm saying? They come over illegal. They come over, you know, when families come over, they come over 50, 60 people at a time. You know what I'm saying? And then America doesn't have the ability to turn them away because that's not America's way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can't say that. They don't want to turn them away because they know that,
Can't turn them
if
away.
they want a nigga to take this job, he gonna want $25 an hour,
Yeah.
and they gonna take minimum wage.
Yeah, but how you gonna be a country that built the whole foundation off of immigrants, and then say immigrants can't come? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do that?
Because you're afraid. You're afraid. Another one of their biggest fears is, you know what I mean, the nigga running up in one of their women.
Race mixing.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's inevitable that
like
the
that
white
Oh, no, they
race
hate
is
that.
going to be the
It's not a good
minority.
idea.
You gotta think about like
You don't want to do that.
couples, interracial couples, and it's all around the country. They in fear of that. Of course, you're in fear about these other races like the Mexicans and like you were saying, populating America.
Right.
Because they definitely in fear of becoming a minority.
Right.
You gotta think of all these racial, like the KKK, the white nationalists and all that. That's their main concern. That's why they try so hard to kill or want to start a race war so they can kill off as many people as possible.
Right.
They've been training to do it for years.
Yeah.
Military, special police. I mean,
And then
they've been getting the training forever, bro.
Yeah, and then the crazy part about it, you know what they use against black people? They use money.
They use us.
Yeah, they use us to kill us.
And not only
I'll
that,
give you money, you go kill your partner on the
Use us.
side right there.
Man,
They put drugs in our neighborhoods and make us fight against each other to sell the little drugs that we can sell, so we can make that little bit of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
look at hip hop. Every time you turn around, yo, that shit be depressing, man. Every time you turn around, even in Baltimore. And when we was coming up, every once in a while, a local artist died. But now,
Somebody just killed one of the young rappers from here on Tuesday. I forget his name. From Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
condolences to his family,
Yeah.
man.
This
They
city
just-
is wild right now, bro.
Yeah.
Real wild.
They just shot him, killed him. Crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that's the culture we live in now, and then this is what these labels are pushing.
Mhm.
This negative culture, they forcing it on all of these kids and the kids that's coming behind these kids. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. That's the bad side of these labels taking over and funding hip hop now, because they're controlling the narrative. They're controlling everything. It's not no more a fun culture. It's upliftment of the culture or anything. It's just all negative. They're pushing the gang mentality in all these kids.
Yep.
Look at the women. Every fucking female rapper that comes out now, she gotta be showing her ass. She gotta be talking about getting fucked. She gotta be talking some scandals and shit. You
Gotta
understand
be
what I'm
twerking
saying?
all over the
It's
place.
nothing positive about none of these artists that's coming out anymore. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
And they control.
it's a terrible time, man.
Streams.
You can hit social media all you
Yeah.
want to, but these motherfuckers got multi-billion-dollar budgets. You see what I'm saying? And they gonna push the ignorance. Same way we talked about, like how they pushing this same sex shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
These niggas had
They
the
must have watched TV, bro.
these niggas came out with a movie where Jesus was gay. Now, yes,
Oh,
yes, yo, I ain't making it
I
up.
don't know about that one.
Google
That's
it.
blasphemy. Like
Google it.
listen, bro.
Yo, them niggas, they don't care though. They don't care. I'm dead serious. Yo, I think it's a series. Think about it. Even before that, they had a series called Lucifer.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
motherfuckers go super hard because, in my opinion, they already know they on their last hurrah. So if you fighting a fight and you already know you gonna lose, you might as well pull out all the big guns before you get dealt with.
Yeah.
True.
You know.
Yeah, fight.
But yo, hold up. But in the hip hop culture now, yo, some spots, especially down like in Atlanta, yo, that shit's the norm down there, motherfucker.
I will say this about Atlanta. It been like that.
Yeah, it's been like, but
It
now
been
now
like
it's like broadcasting. though
It's
now.
been like that.
That shit's
Bro,
the
I'm talking
norm,
about-
yo.
It's been. Yeah,
It's been
definitely
like that, bro.
Yes.
Been.
But they trying to make that shit worldwide. You know what I mean?
They
They-
trying to push in the
no-
mainstream.
Notice how
It is in the
Juneteenth.
mainstream heavy.
Notice.
Every commercial,
My
damn it, every commercial you look at, you seeing some man kissing another man,
Yup.
or holding their hand, walking down the fucking
Yup.
the beach or some shit. You
Yup.
know what I mean? So it's like it's just too much. It's oversaturated. Thank
Yup.
you, Obama, once again.
I don't think that man did that, man.
Well, no,
I'm
he
gonna
did pass
He
a lot
passed
of
the law.
a lot of laws for them, and I ain't hear. I heard Biden talk about reparations for black people more than Obama. To be
It's not
honest,
gonna happen. Just talk about the real shit that's gonna happen. The man couldn't pass nothing. Like Congress got to pass those laws. He can.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
can sign
and-
it, but he didn't pass the law. Like, and that's another thing. I think a lot of those secrets that a lot of people's keeping, intimate secrets, they lay with those congressmen.
oh
So
yeah,
all these bills and stuff get pushed on and passed. Yeah, they get passed by individuals that got a lot of secrets they want to keep.
yeah.
And the LBGT, all letters, they got more money than a lot of other movements.
Yeah.
And they hold, I promise you, they hold a lot of secrets.
Hey, shit, that's why Trump took all them secret files.
Mm.
Case in point.
That's why he took all. He was like, yo,
Case
y'all
in
ain't gonna
point.
catch me without evidence. Well,
Trump wasn't the
that
baddest
shit.
to ever do it, though. Because I'm going to say one name that everybody forgot about. Stormy Daniels.
Oh.
We forgot about it. Everybody. That
Yeah.
man been crooked the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But notice how much the attitude of racist white people changed when he came on the scene to run for
Oh
president.
man, they was really.
He gave them their balls back.
Yeah,
We hate these niggers.
they was very outspoken. when
Yeah.
he became the president.
Yeah, they wasn't like that before, yo.
Oh, damn.
They
That's
wasn't like
wild.
that before. And he got 70 million votes. So for all you black people
He
that
almost
that
got
was
those amount of votes again.
yo,
against Biden.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you see what they did. Them niggas ran up in the Capitol like, yo, they not playing. They want
Yeah, that was the most
niggas.
gangster
They
president
want
ever.
niggas back on the plantation
I take my hat off to him, man, with
for
that.
real.
That's a gangster. Like, at the end of the day, I ain't seen a bigger gangster yet in America.
Yeah, they definitely
They
went.
didn't even lock him up.
They definitely went hard. I mean, some of them went to jail, but niggas wouldn't.
The
Black
vote
people
set
wouldn't
them.
even have made it.
No, he talking about
The one who
Trump.
set them.
Oh,
He
Trump.
set their
Man,
asses.
they ain't even slap him on
Yeah,
the wrist.
yeah, yeah.
They say, all right, we know you quitting. Go about your business.
Yeah.
We going up in there.
Hey, because he got them secrets.
Well, he got.
Man,
He's
he
he's
got
also
them
he's
little
also
millionaire.
he's also a multi-billionaire. You see what I'm saying? It's a different world when you got super long money.
Well, see,
All right.
that's the problem with Trump now. He doesn't have super long money.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
tell
He
you
not
something.
funded-
showing
he-
his taxes.
That's the problem. Like all his
Who got more
businesses
money?
and stuff.
Who got more money?
He's going downhill right
That
now.
went to jail. We all know who it was.
Bernie Madoff.
His homeboy.
Thank you.
Bernie
Boom,
Madoff.
took it out of my mouth. And he
Madoff
went to prison. He
stole
got
all the
100
money.
years. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It's who he stole it from. He
Yeah.
stole it from billionaires.
Yeah.
That go to show you these politicians ain't shit.
I
He
ain't
stole
gonna argue
billionaires'
with
money,
you
got
about
100 years.
Mm-hmm.
They ran up in their building.
Rammed his ass.
Said, fuck you, your security. Police ain't up for security anyway, right? Fuck you, security and everything and your secrets. We taking them.
that. Wow.
They did that. But Bernie Madoff took that money and they sent that man to prison for 100 years.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. This is the craziest country to ever live in. I love it, though. I ain't living in another one.
So let's do this. Let's talk about the good parts of hip hop right now. Man.
Yes, sir.
Let's
get
talk
it.
about. We done went to the negative end of hip hop. Now I want to go to the positive end. 'Cause,
All
you know,
right.
I love me some hip hop.
And they.
And,
sir.
and speaking of hip hop, first of all, Baltimore, I hear y'all got a new album coming out. Single just dropped.
Yeah.
sir.
Everything. I'm gonna do a shameless plug for my niggas.
Appreciate
So,
you.
know, we're gonna definitely do a
Most-
shame. We're gonna
most
play the track
appreciate.
at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So everybody gonna stay tuned for that. We're gonna play the track, but let's talk about that right now. Let's talk about the album, the track, what made y'all decide to do what y'all doing, who's the special people on there, you know, what's going on with this?
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, you know, me and Mav, we've been doing music for a few years now together.
Yeah.
We featured on both each other's projects over the years, and we just decided to say, hey man, let's put a couple of songs together, put an idea, concept together for an album, and just put it out. And,
Yeah.
and that's what we're working on.
Okay.
You know, because I'm not doing no more solo albums. So he keep talking me out of
Retirement and shit.
retiring. I keep saying,
Yeah.
man, I just want to be behind. I want to do the production and do this and that. And like, nah, man, you gotta keep on doing this. So that's what we doing.
Yeah.
So
It's
what's
been fun so far.
What's been
Indeed.
the inspiration for the album itself? I mean, what kind of, are y'all going for the more mellow type situation? Y'all going more hardcore, controversial? I mean, what we talking inspiration here?
Everything. It's
Yeah,
everything.
We trying to hit a little bit of everything on the album.
Yeah.
We got something for the women.
Indeed.
We got something for the scandalous women. We got something for the true hip hop heads. We gonna have something on there for the trap people that like the little trappy music as well.
Yeah.
So we gonna try to hit all corners. We also got some conceptual songs on there, concept wise.
Yeah.
So,
Spiritual joint.
Yeah.
You know what I
so
mean?
we-
Salute Don Badea the Apostle. You know what I mean?
is.
Yeah. So we try and hit them, everywhere, man. Just make a classic project. You know what I mean? And the one for the Queens is the latest one that we released.
Right.
The first one, that's for the head busters. To be honest,
Yes, sir.
you know what I mean? That's for the head busters. Or I'm gonna say the people that's just gonna defend themselves if they have to. You know what I mean? But we just really trying to keep it going, man. Just keep it going, keep doing what we love. It's for the love.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when it comes to deciding what's first coming out on the albums and stuff for our self promotions, how y'all guys determine that? What's going on? What y'all putting out first? Since y'all got all the like a lot of genre of music going on.
Oh man, that's all I say. We just decide. We come up with whatever we finish with, like songs to finish, and we decide between each other, like, all right, you want to put this song out, you want to put that song out, we want to finish this song or whatever, and then we just push it.
Yeah.
We complete it, and then we push it. You just put it out.
Yeah. You just can't stop, man. You can't stop. So we'll get the song done. You know what I mean? Wrecka put a great mix on it. You know what I mean? And then Fats, Big Body Fats, the chairman. You know what I mean? Fats do the mastering. You know what I mean? And when he green lighted, we release it because we trust Fats' judgment.
Okay.
Yes.
So when is the whole album coming out?
Well, we don't have no date set yet. We still got some.
So that means we might not even get it by Christmas, huh?
No, but look, but see, here's the thing: you gonna get consistent singles though.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then we just gonna give you the whole joint,
Yeah.
the whole joint.
I wouldn't say that you're gonna get it before December, no.
Nah,
But early part of next year, yeah.
That's-
no need to rush it because we're trying to make it worthwhile. You know what I mean? So I don't want to put out any old thing.
Okay. So how many songs on the album?
it ain't gonna be a lot.
It's not
Niggas
gonna
don't
be a lot.
appreciate.
It's
Niggas
no
don't
more than
appreciate
10.
shit.
Between
Niggas don't
7 and
appreciate
10
shit.
songs.
Right.
You said niggas don't appreciate shit.
Hey, look, I'm keeping it a buck.
Yo,
I've seen. Listen. This is. Yo, listen. Niggas have gone through serious trauma here, yo. I've seen niggas not even want to take a free CD. Like, artists is just giving the music away, just trying to get a buzz. Right. Here, I just want to be heard. And a nigga will not take a free CD. CD.
I got it, but if you had me a CD right now, I probably wouldn't take it either. I don't have nothing to play it in, so.
No, bro. This is years ago. I'm talking about years ago. Years ago when everybody was listening to CDs, when niggas was standing outside of carryouts selling bootleg CDs.
$3
right.
Like that. Yeah.
Niggas just did not want something from Baltimore.
So, I'm glad you brought that up. So since we know that that's the mentality going on right now in Baltimore, how do you guys as artists get around that?
Promote your shit somewhere else.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's one of the good sides of social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can reach other people, and other regions and stuff like that. So that's the good side of social media.
Yeah, and
So is that something that the young generation can teach the old heads?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
So we can reverse it down. Okay.
Listen, these little kids know something. I don't know what it is. They know something.
Yeah, you got some kids on social media now making millions just off of shit they posted on.
Right, exactly.
I have a niece right now that can get monetized on TikTok doing.
You know?
I hope she get her money. I hope she get her
She
money.
get monetized right now. She don't want to do it.
The internet can change the game up.
Yeah, it's like the place to be popular at.
Yeah,
Once you do that, you're okay.
yeah. And to be honest with you, man, like me personally, I don't promote my shit in the United States at all. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know me, if I don't know you, or you don't just come across my shit and say, hey, I'm going to check this out, I'm not worried about you, to be honest, because I get more love overseas with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the countries, honestly, the countries where it's a black,
China.
indeed.
Yeah.
Man,
Yes.
we do good numbers over there, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So let me ask this question, and y'all are all on the latest streaming platforms.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So is it worth advertising on these streaming platforms, or you just throw your song on there and just let word of mouth, take you where it can get you?
you got to run an ad, and it's going to do a lot better if you got a visual.
So it is worth investing on your social media output.
Yeah, you just
Yes,
got to
as an
strategize
artist,
it.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because your shit could go from. I showed you the interview that we did, season 1, when I ran the ad for it, and that shit went overseas, and the likes and the, you know what I'm saying, the likes, the followers, and all of that shit, like they was on it. You know what I mean? It's just these motherfuckers here. So with me, I'm just like, not on a personal level, but when it come to business, fuck them niggas. They don't exist. I need love. You see what I'm saying? You need love to come from the bottom of the business to get to the top.
Exactly.
So if you ain't a fan, nigga, fuck you.
That's where it's at.
Yes, sir.
That's where it's at. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Definitely
fuck
agreed.
'em. They don't exist. We need love. We need numbers. You see what I'm saying? We need people to be like, yo, you know what I mean? I fuck with this shit. You could tell from the numbers that some of the niggas that you know listening to this shit, but they not gonna make that shit public. Like, yo, I
Yeah.
fuck with this song,
Right.
because they scared you gonna fuck their girl. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, this is Dominant DNA podcast. We gonna keep it funky, and we gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about on this
That's
show.
usually the problem I got to deal with.
You know what I mean? Like, we gonna keep it funky. I hate to say it, but I call Baltimore the city that hates itself. Because if niggas would actually like show each other love, everybody would do better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If niggas would stop being so afraid, you know what I mean, that your girl is gonna fuck this nigga. You see what I'm saying? Because she's probably fucking somebody else anyway. You know what I mean? If you feel that way about her, you know what I mean? If you're that insecure, she's probably fucking somebody else anyway.
Hey, if she like to share, she's going to share.
Right.
That's what it is. If you know she,
Right.
She knows she shares, bro.
Right.
She's going to keep sharing.
Right.
That's all you got to understand.
Look, and if you started the trend, meaning you was cheating on her first, it's like, nigga, you deserve it.
Right.
Don't kill another man, you see what I'm saying, that didn't rape your girl because you're a fuck up. Eat it.
Did you just take it to Boston? Is that really what you just did? We can definitely go into that one. 'Cause sheesh.
Yeah. Okay.
Sheesh.
Tell us how you really feeling today.
Man, look.
You know.
Niggas need to cut the bullshit, man. Niggas need to cut the bullshit. Yo, understand that, like, life is about getting old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seeing your kids grow up and do better than what you do.
Right.
All that gangster shit, man, that shit is stupid, yo. That shit is stupid. And then you gonna go around and kill a bunch of niggas and then just tell on everybody you know because you was never that type of dude from the fucking beginning. Like, what's the common sense in that, yo? You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, buy some steaks, put them on a grill. You know what I mean? Run around with your kids, you know what I mean? Throw the football with them and shit like that. And get your fucking life together, man.
Exactly.
We'll all do better. And then hold on. Because we've all talked about this off the camera. Stop getting these fucking Section 8 vouchers and going into nice communities and fucking them up for the good, God-fearing, hard-working people that live around that bitch.
Y'all just took it to a whole nother show.
Stop doing that.
Whole nother show.
I thought he was straight going there. What's the whoever that dude was.
Yo.
I had something
Hey.
to you because I wouldn't.
I'd
I'd have been just like him. I'd have got fired. I know me. I'm gonna tell my truth. I'd have got fired. Consensual? Man, listen, I'm gonna have to tell my girl. You know I told you I love women from the beginning.
Yeah, but you know something about that though? A lot of men, and this is the problem, a lot of men isn't honest about who they are with their women.
And that's
You know
little
what I'm
boy
saying?
shit.
That's a lot. That's a whole. If you be honest, some women is attracted to dudes like that. Some women aren't. Some women want one dude to be with them, and that's it. And that's fine. But you know, if the dude isn't that dude, he should pretend to be that dude.
Right.
Because that's how relationships fuck up.
But these insecure niggas think that they not gonna get the pussy like that. And what I've been trying to tell these niggas since I was a teenager is, if you can't get the pussy being yourself, then God doesn't want you to have it, nigga. The pussy is not for you. It's not for you. It's not for you because you're not gonna be able to keep that lie up. You see what I'm saying? And then I don't give a fuck, you know, how many times you cheated on her. When she step out on you, nigga, you gonna be real mad.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be ready to kill.
You gonna be real mad.
Shit changes like a motherfucker.
I hate to do this. I promise, if the individual sees this ever in life, I'm never gonna tell you that I told anybody anything, bro. No, or sis, or anything. But the hardest line a woman ever told to a man was, "You doing all this over a fuck?" Told him. Like, yo, you gonna do all this over a fuck?
If you think about it, yeah.
It took him to the floor because we all know that's a man's line.
Yeah.
When a woman tell us that, man, she ripped his soul out of his body with that one line, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh
Let me, go ahead.
it gotta hurt.
Oh, it-
how many levels that's gonna hurt? That
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to be with her. I don't want to see her no more. Like, if she get me back like that, like, no, that line right there, it killed him.
So let me ask y'all another question, cause I tell brothers this all the time, right? Like, women only hit below the belt.
Yeah.
When they throw the jab, like, they know what buttons to push. They know how to hurt your pride.
They don't throw jabs, yo. Them women throw haymakers, yo.
If they're all
Every
below the
line.
belt, though. They're
Every
all below the belt. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're all below the belt. But one thing I've learned, yo, is that when you can control your emotions and control your temper and get some air, like the old heads, or if there's ever been a situation where the police come around but they really don't want to take you to jail, you see what I'm saying? Because you ain't really do nothing crazy. You just upset. God damn it. And go take a walk.
Yo,
Yeah.
That's the realest shit ever.
Yo, let me tell you.
Yeah.
My 50 years on this earth, yo,
He ate that.
I've learned one fucking thing for sure. I don't give a fuck what type of women you working with, what type of relationship you in. If you walk away from an argument, yo, that makes them even madder, yo. If you just like, look, you can be mad at all.
But
You
they just
like,
don't have to
baby,
be mad.
yeah, I'm walking away. We ain't got to deal with this right now.
Right.
We ain't level-headed. I'm going to walk away
They'll
from
get
it.
over it.
They'll snap out of it eventually.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because another thing about women is, like, it's real shit. Their bodies really go through changes. Their bodies really go through changes. They really do. You know what I mean? Like, she hates you 1 minute, you know what I mean? You come home 2 hours later and fuck the shit out of her and y'all the best of friends. It's fucking
hey,
crazy.
But,
See,
hold
I'm
on,
ignorant.
but look at the emotional shit we put them through though.
I'm
Let's a shorty can walk past that's fat as shit. We'll take a look at her real quick. If a dude walk past our girl and she look at him, we down her fucking throat.
You know
Yo.
that nigga?
Because
Yeah.
you're supposed to know how to do
We
that shit.
down her throat.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to know how to do that
but,
shit.
But I'm saying though, the same situation we doing, thinking we not getting caught. You see what I'm saying? So it's more or less like, okay, if you can't handle the situation, don't put your girl in the situation. You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle another nigga fucking her, don't go out and fuck another bitch.
Indeed.
I mean, that's the type of
Indeed.
Hell no.
You know,
Indeed.
because motherfuckers will go out and fuck bitches all the goddamn time. Then
Yep.
chick can look at a dude, and the nigga will zap the fuck out.
A nigga will kill
Will zap
another
the
man.
fuck out.
My advice to
Exactly.
him is just wipe his tears.
Right.
Go ahead, cry it off, bro. Wipe your tears. She gave it to somebody else, just wipe your tears. Because at the end of the day, y'all both doing the same thing. You must not really be that into that female if you buy into monogamy.
Exactly. Exactly.
So just go and wipe your tears and keep moving. Now, if you a male, well, such as myself, polygamy is like more so the thing for me, and religiously it's allowed for me. So I kind of got a different understanding of the relationship. Through history, man is not meant to be with one woman.
The man is the multiplier.
Right.
He's not meant to be with one woman. I don't
You
know
can't-
where.
The man
I
is
know
the
where monogamy
multiplier.
come from.
You can't populate
The
the
Europe,
world.
that's European
Don't
Put in
culture.
the Bible, Christianity created monogamy. But like when you think about it, throughout history, go back 1,000 years, go back 2,000 years.
Yeah.
No man is meant to be with one woman.
That's
But we
why.
buy into it.
That's why.
Look at the
theoretically,
animal kingdom.
that's-
Ain't no fucking animal faithful. That nigga is fucking off.
Whoever you can
That's
jump
why
on.
theoretically there's 7 women for every 1 man. Because of the situation is that's how you populate a planet. You know what I'm saying? If 101, you can't populate a planet 101. You know what I'm saying? It's just impossible. You can't do it.
Right.
You can't.
You know, theoretically, like you said, animals don't do it. We're the top of the food chain. We're the top of the animals. So you believe that we should have a different standard than what every other creature on this earth has?
Well, that's what a white man told you.
Right.
To
The
keep you
universe
from
don't take
to
that,
keep you from multiplying.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
They feel you.
I'm gonna say like salute to the God, Bernie Dozier, right? He said it a long ass time ago. Like, yo, we could have 1,000 kids. A man could have 1,000 kids in a year. The woman can only have one.
Right.
Well, she can.
Two. But that's it. In a 12-month period,
Right.
2.
You gotta
That's
She
it.
get a set of
Yeah,
twins
right,
or something.
yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's one child coming out,
baby in January.
right,
Yeah.
and she could have one later,
Last
right.
baby in November, December.
Right, but I could, you know what I'm saying? I could whip out the
She got
chopper
that Jagger right there.
and have 14 in a day. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's God don't make mistakes. It's that way for a reason. But even if you go back to the biblical days where niggas was getting it in, King Solomon, fuck you gonna do with 700 wives? 700. It's no way in the world that they wasn't having threesomes. And 700 wives.
Let's talk about my boy Shaka Zulu.
Oh.
Mansa Musa.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody get more pussy than Solomon?
I don't know about all that, but
Mansa
Mansa
Musa
Musa
was the
was
richest
richest
person
man
on
ever.
earth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Timbuktu, that's him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was the richest
Okay.
man ever.
Okay. So
Black
you
man,
learn
too,
something
on
every
top of it.
day.
Yes.
The richest man ever on this planet was a
Mansa
black
Musa.
man.
But Nick-
I might be mistaken, but isn't still the richest man on this planet still a black man?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't quite sure about that.
Yes, sir. I believe he's from Nigeria. I believe somewhere in
I think
Africa.
he's number 2.
What? No. The thing
he
is that
was.
Forbes thing control
Yeah,
that,
keep
and a
going
lot
up
of
and
the
down.
Africans don't allow them into their personals like that.
Ah, what
You
a
can't be
brilliant
verified by Forbes
idea.
without allowing them into your personal. So it's probably people out there richer than some of these other individuals just don't want to be on the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Think about who's signing all these big checks.
Man.
yeah,
Who moving this money for real?
yeah. And I personally don't feel like all white people bad. It's just the power structure. The power structure and their repeated history of, hey, I just want to be your friend.
Well, hey, on that note, Mark, we got a minute left, so we gotta wrap it up. Remember, we got your song, your single. Let's introduce that coming in, and then let's talk about next episode, and then we rolling, man.
Yo, this is Anything for You. Mark Math, Mike Wrecka on the upcoming album. We'll tell you what the name is later. But the single is Anything for You, featuring Lisa Rose. You know what I mean? And it's for the
Big
couples.
body facet to nail in the background.
Indeed. Salute.
Love it.
And stop getting them Section 8 vouchers. Not any of the people we just named, but you fucking, you niggers with an ER at the end. You see them saying, yo, stop getting them Section 8 vouchers and fucking up communities for good, hard-working, God-fearing people, yo. Get your fucking life together, man. We out.
Help me get one.
All right, peace, everybody.
Baby, don't you know how much I care for you? I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything and everything for you. I'll always be by your side. Ride or die, give you the whole world. I would try. 'Cause you mean everything to me. You're my everything. I'll do anything for you, baby.
The queen is among the haters, mean with the rumors. It was in a lost time, but I wish I met you sooner. I think it was a Tuesday, then a honeymoon phase. Living life a new way, still in love with you, babe. Permanent bond, not perfect but strong. Cherish love all your days, on the search till you gone. It's the greatest gift ever in the word of the Lord. And to give it and receive it is a perfect reward. More than monetary blessing, it's the closest thing to heaven. Your future generations is a form of resurrection. Woman is necessary for the dream to fulfill. And time will reveal the truth so you see what is real. Every storm we survive, I am yours till we die. The family we got is worth more than my pride. I show you what I feel, but the song is a plus. Most couples won't stay together longer than us. What up?
Baby, don't you know how much I care for you? 'Cause I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything and everything for you. I'll always be by your side. Ride or die, give you the whole world. I would try. 'Cause you mean everything to me. You're my everything. I'll do anything for you, baby.
Unexpected fascination, attraction to relations. Perfect combination. Who would thought that we'd be dating? Everyone that let me down, led me to you. If I never went through it, never felt that true. Love, flaws and all, still fit me like a glove. I'm thankful, that's why I gotta thank the Lord above. You're my remedy, and I'm your Ozzy. It's us against the world, not concerned with everybody. There's no better love than this, everlasting bliss. She lit it up like my favorite dish. Whether I'm up or down, you were there to fix the crown, make me better. That's why I'll always be around. Royalties what you are, down for the ride, that's how we go far. All let them all show you the finer things, the cars, the plan for you. What do any